Things been going pretty good. Yeah. The thing we said was you just need a little bit less back, a little bit more arms, a little bit more laterals, and a little bit more hamstrings. Yeah. It's kind of done. 14 weeks of cutting. Maybe you want to do a DEXA one more time just so you have the exact number in your head. There's two ways that I would cut for someone, right?
Definitely.
The thing that you get with that is a better understanding of how you respond to the refeeds. So if we're like 5 weeks out, you're sitting at 4% body fat, like fuck, you look almost comp ready. You might get to day 2 and you're like, oh fuck, you look great. Day 3, like,
Okay, so this is the beginning of the end. Well, not really. This is just the beginning of a new series on my YouTube channel. It's going to be called Becoming a Bodybuilder. This will follow my 17-week prep or journey into my first bodybuilding show. I don't like using that word. I think it's for snowflakes and soft cocks. I prefer to use the term process. So I'm going to vlog and track my process in a form of a weekly video log. Is going to be probably released on the Friday because Thursday is the day which I usually have free the most to do content, and so if I do it all on Thursday and get it uploaded, it'll be uploaded every Friday. So this will be released on Friday of this week. So what is it? It will be released, I cannot do math, I have to get my calendar up. It'll be released on the 11th of June. Australian Eastern Standard Time, so it's GMT plus 10 hours. Whatever that is in terms of your time zone, it's going to be released every Friday, my time. And it's going to document the process of me prepping into my first bodybuilding show. I'm about to go to the gym. It is a Monday morning. It is late in a Monday morning, so I'm in the middle of exam block, which means I don't have any classes at the moment, which is why I'm training a bit later. Usually I train at 5 a.m. However, because I don't have any classes on at the moment, I'm training a little bit later. It is now, anyhow, it's not focusing, I don't think, but it is 9:15, so this is extremely late for me. Usually I'm at class by now, so I want to go get my chest session in. It's got a little bit of biceps on the end, so I'll try to get some footage of that. And I've already had breakfast, so I'm not going to show you what that is, but it was just a bowl of cereal with some Greek yogurt, fat-free Greek yogurt, almond milk, a little bit of artificial sweetener to make it taste a bit better, because unsweetened Greek yogurt tastes like dead donkey's dick. So I needed to spice it up a little bit. But yeah, a lot of shit's happened since the last video I uploaded. I will do an extensive video explaining it all, but I was in a motorbike accident. I was recently diagnosed with autism and ADHD, so turns out I've got a pretty severe case of ADHD, and the autism it's there, or like Asperger's, but it's all on the same spectrum now. But because I'm so highly functioning in regard to that spectrum, the psychiatrist isn't very concerned with that. He was more concerned with the ADHD because it was impacting my ability to work and be a productive member of society. So I'm now medicated with Ritalin. The moment I started taking it, it was like somebody had just turned a light bulb on in a dark room. I can focus on what I want to focus on now. I haven't taken it today, so I try to take at least 2 days off per week so I don't build up a strong tolerance to the drug essentially, and thus requiring more of the drug to be able to get the same effect. So those 2 days off, I'd try give my system a bit of a break, so to speak. But aside from that, not too much has happened. I'm gonna go train chest, get a bit of footage of that. Then I've got some computer work to do when I get home. See you all soon. Alright, so I've just got into the gym and I'm about to get out, but this is going to be a bit of a Chinese puzzle to get out because whoever fucking painted these parking spots clearly was retarded. They've tried to cram in as many as they possibly could, and in doing so, they've made it fucking impossible to get out of your car. Unless if you're a 45 kilogram female, you have no hope getting out of the car in any normal manner or fashion. So I'm going to do a little bit of a MacGyver maneuver and get out of the car and go in and train. And we are now in the session. So this is the first exercise I did for chest today. It is a kneeling cable fly. The reason I do it kneeling is it increases the range of motion and overloads the tension at the top of the movement a whole lot more, which is the weakest position that the chest is in that fully lengthened position. I've been getting a lot of good growth and having a good response to movements like this over the last 6 to 8 months. So I've been doing them at least once or twice a week. I've been training chest overall about 2 to 3 times a week on average for the past 8 months, and it's definitely done wonders for my chest development. I never really had a weak chest per se, and I mean the insertion points are pretty decent considering. However, I did tear a pec in the past when I did powerlifting. It was just a partial tear. It was grade 2, even if you really want to grade it with any sort of grading. It wasn't a full rupture, but it was definitely more than a minor tear, and you can kind of see it a little bit. It's the left pec here. As I stretch up, you can kind of see where it divots in a bit. So hoping that isn't too visible when I do get leaner for stage. But yeah, I've had to be quite careful in the past with my chest training. However, since seeing an exercise physiologist who was essentially a wizard, I've been able to do pretty much any chest movement pain-free, issue-free, and it's definitely a first in my lifting career being able to do that. I've always been plagued with shoulder issues. I've seen numerous exercise physiologists, physiotherapists who have been absolutely useless, and then I saw Tom at Perform Motion, and he has done leaps and bounds for my my shoulder health and indirectly therefore my chest development. I've been able to expose it to loads in positions that I wasn't otherwise able to previously. But yeah, like you saw there, I was doing an increased range of motion pec fly. Here I'm doing dips. This is the first time I've been doing dips since the motorbike accident. And having a bit of time off from training for the motorbike accident, I did gain a little bit of additional body fat, and I did lose a little bit of lean mass, but it is definitely going to come back. This is the first week back in proper consistent training, and I definitely reckon that the muscle will be back and the body composition will be back in check within a few weeks. No problems whatsoever. Obviously I'm starting prep now too, so the deficit will begin soon. I'm currently at maintenance calories, which isn't too bad. About 650 carbs, 250 protein, and 55 to 60 fat, depending on the day. So pretty decent, bit over 4,000 calories a day, and I aim for about 50 grams of fiber a day. And yeah, it's essentially maintenance calories for me. I've maintained on much higher in the past, but I'm a lot more sedentary these days, being fully online, whereas I used to be face-to-face and online. When I was working face-to-face, I would maintain on 6,500 calories a day. However, now that I sit on my ass the majority of the day, my energy expenditure, energy output, and therefore energy requirements are much lower, which is kind of good for me. In all honesty, I don't really have a big appetite, so 4,000 calories still is quite a bit of work for me. Yeah, after dips, I just stuck to body weight on dips, and then I moved on to incline guillotine press. But I did damage my triangular fiber cartilage complex in my right wrist when I had the motorbike accident, so dips have been a little bit funny. I've been very careful with them recently. That was the first proper session back doing them, and I stuck with body weight, whereas in the past I would do 2 or 3 chains on my back. no problems whatsoever, but I'm a little bit shaky with body weight, so I just kept it at that. They were great for my chest development over the past 8 months as well, the dips. And also this movement, incline guillotine press, severely underrated chest developer. I definitely think more guys should be doing this. They're really looking to build that upper shelf, all those clavicular fibers of the chest. Phenomenal exercise, and if you really want to smoke them, just compress your diaphragm, exhale, and pull that rib cage down, and then you expose those upper fibers to even more load and more of a stretch. Really trying to retract on the way down, and then on the way out, really try to push those elbow pits in toward one another to get that full shortening and that full peak contraction at the top. And then, essentially I did 5 working sets for the kneeling cable flies, I did 4 working sets for the bodyweight dips, and I did 3 working sets for the incline guillotine press. Essentially been training chest like a old school golden era bodybuilder, and go figure, it's been helping me develop my chest like the old school golden era bodybuilders. Sometimes the bro stuff actually works, so it's worth not dismissing something just because it's anecdotal. And then here I'm just doing a little bit of lateral work. I did 2 working sets each side with the cable lateral raise, trying to keep the elbow a little bit higher. Obviously I'm failing a little bit here, I'm quite fatigued, but typically I just try to keep driving the elbow up toward the ceiling and let the wrist trail behind. Always lateral raising out and in front a little bit. Just a bit more of a natural scapular plane, I guess you could say. And after these 2 sets each side, I did 2 sets of face pulls. And my rear delts are definitely something that I'm trying to work on more. So my rear delt frequency is, I believe, 3 times a week. Lateral head is only 2 times a week. And my camera died, I believe, halfway through this set, so it'll cut out any minute now, and then it will cut to a new clip. So I hope you enjoyed this, guys. And in future episodes, I'll try and include more informative content. Stay tuned. For those of you who aren't aware, I wear the same goddamn thing every single day. Okay, so this is my post-workout meal number 2 usually. So I've still got quite a bit on my schedule for the rest of the day. It is about midday, it's 12:15 right now. So I'll finish this meal number 2. Then I've got 3 client calls later today. I've got a little bit of video editing, I've got a little bit of programming to do, and a little bit of work on the members site that I'm currently building. Aside from that, I need to do a little bit of reading as well, and some study. I've got about 2 to 3 hours of study to do today, as I am in exam block, so I need to really knuckle down now. I've got a biochemistry exam and I've got a cell and molecular biology exam, so I've got to do well on those. Yeah, by the time I finish all of that, it will be about 8:30 p.m. and that's usually my bedtime, 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. I try to be in bed because I'm up at 4:45 the next day. So it is now 5:15 p.m. almost. About 3.5 hours until I go to bed. Thought I had 1 day left of food prep, but I did not. So I'm going to be prepping my food. Then I'll do some study, and yeah, that'll be it for the day. I'll just add the chicken. And yeah, that was the first episode of Becoming a Bodybuilder. So if you did enjoy the video, guys, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell notification button, and I'll see you all in the next video, guys. Till then, peace.